Hi, this is Fredrik Haren from professionalspeaking.com. Should I do it like that?
Welcome to the Paradise Island of Mauritius.
Hi, this is Fredrik Haren from professionalspeaking.com. Today I am in Mauritius, one island at a time. So, today I want to speak to you about being a global speaker and not being native in the English language. So today I did a speech for a hotel chain in Mauritius. The funny thing with Mauritius is that it's a bilingual society. They speak English and French. It's actually a mix of many different cultures, the African culture and the European culture and the Indian culture, and it's all a mix. After my speech, a man came up to me and said,
"The reason I find you so easy to understand and why you can be so inspirational is that you're easily approachable because of your English."
and what do you mean? What do you mean by my English?
Bad English. Yeah, like it's very easy to understand, especially for us in Mauritius. We are bilingual and sometimes we translate French literally or vice versa. And I think in the world everybody speaks bad English.
So in a way it's easier to understand someone who speaks bad English than someone who speaks
because
correct English.
When we speak correctly English, we are proud of it and we love to use the right word.
Right.
Sometimes get very technical and confuse most of us.
So the language is correct, but the meaning is lost.
Exactly.
I found this comment very interesting. Here's a man who is not fluent he can speak English, but English is not his native language. And he goes up to me, a non-native English speaker, and gives me a compliment on not speaking perfect English. A lot of speakers who are not native English speakers come to me and say, "Fredrik, I don't think I can become a global speaker. I don't think I can become an international speaker because English is not my first language." I think what we just heard is a perfect example that this is not true. And to be very clear, my English is not perfect. My English is Swinglish. I speak bad English. But if you speak for an international or a global audience, you're actually speaking for a majority of people who are not going to be native in English language, and they prefer people who speak, let's call it simplified English. It's not the person with the perfect grammar who will get the best evaluations on the speech. It's the person with the best message. And sometimes the best message is communicated through very simple words. And in the words of Albert Einstein, make everything as simple as possible but not simpler. That is also true for language. And sometimes the people who are native in the English language, who has English as their mother tongue, tend to complicate the message too much. Not so that it's too complicated for other native English speakers, but because most people are not native in the English language, it becomes too complicated for the majority of the people in the room. So, the message to any speaker who wants to speak to global or international conferences is simplify your language, not your message. And for the speakers who are not native in the English language, don't worry so much about grammatical errors, don't worry so much about not knowing exactly which word to use in your vocabulary. Focus on getting your message across as passionately and as strongly as possible, and the people will get your message even if your English is not perfect. That's your message from me today, from professionalspeaking.com, coming to you today from the glorious Paradise Island of Mauritius.